You did what? You punched down a shed? Meaning like you put the foundation down, or what does punch down mean? Is that a construction term? I'm not 100% familiar. 1 second. Or do you mean that you literally you you literally punched a shed into not being a shed anymore? That's crazy. What? Why did that happen? I suppose is the other half of that question. Oh, you were paid to do... Nice. Nice. Well, we're back at it again with the white vans. We're going to we need to sculpt or finish sculpting the skirt for Bowsette. That is the goal for today. Because currently it does not fit. That is, if I can find the shirt piece. There it is. What's going on, Red? Today is a sculpting day. We need to sculpt and shape the gaps that exist on this skirt for Bowsette today. So I got some Milliput Superfine white version. The reason for that is because it dries smoothly. I don't know if you guys have ever worked with Milliput before, but it does dry smooth, but this is like extra fine smooth. Yeah, I know it's late. I know it's later than normal. But we'll keep it chill, we'll keep it relaxed. The first thing, we need to at least permanently affix this so that we can figure out where exactly the Milliput needs to go. As you can see, huge gap right there in the front. And it's not... Huge gap right there in the front, and then pretty big gap on the right side here. And it's like wavy. So we need to get that stable, and we'll probably approach it from the inside out. We'll probably make sure that this is like glued as best as we can, and then while that's drying, make sure that we can push it through the underside here. Probably exactly what we'll do. It's pretty fun stuff. Let's first start by fixing That is, if we can. Where's the super glue? Okay, we need to take the cap off. Or get the other super glue. I know we have another one. Oh, it's in the other area. 1 second. Da-na-da-da-da-da-na. It can be. This stuff is. I found it's pretty forgiving, because it doesn't dry crazy fast, and that's kind of what we need. The only issue is the same. It doesn't dry crazy fast, so you have to be patient. Where there's some like quick setting things, and there's even like resin stuff like UV resin that can be easier to work with sometimes because it dries so quickly, or you can set it instantaneously. That's not what we need here. We need it to be malleable enough. Okay. Sure that we've got it in a good spot. Okay. I think that's pretty good. We just have to leave it still for a while. Let's mix this in the meantime. This is actually my first time using the super fine white. I've usually only used the green. I think that's probably enough. Probably way more than I need, but better safe than sorry. Super duper polymerization. Exactly. We can do a Yu-Gi-Oh stream. We can do a Heart of the Cards stream. This one's a little strange because they're both white. These are both white clays. So I can't tell if they're mixed thoroughly. I guess I'll just keep going. Master Duel? Is that okay? So which one is the correct online Yu-Gi-Oh format where you can fight against each other? Because I have no. I've seen streams of it before. I know that Magic the Gathering it's supposed to be Magic Arena, but apparently people like Magic Online more because you can play Commander, which is what I play. Oh, Master Duel is the one? Okay. Do you have to buy, do you buy the cards online, like digital versions of the cards? I remember the last time I played Yu-Gi-Oh, I was playing with. I was trying to play like it was literally the end of Battle Kingdom. I didn't play when Battle City was airing, but I watched Battle City. So the cards that I had were Battle Kingdom, and I think that the last thing that I bought was like Pegasus's deck and a couple booster packs. So I was trying to play a Toon deck then. Oh, it's a freemium game. Freemium, meaning that you can you don't have to spend money, but you'll win faster. Oh yeah, wow, that's really fine. You guys can't. You guys might not be able to see, but the texture is super soft, and it's really it's got a really smooth surface. Okay, so let's from the inside. Actually, I don't want to touch the model with these. Okay, hang on. I need new gloves. I think I need like a clean hand and a I hope I can do this right. Okay. So from here, maybe I do have to do it from the front, and then we'll sand it down, something like that. Okay. So from here, need a little less. Try just a little piece. Let's see how that looks. It's gonna look a little wonky because of the. And I just gotta press it in. Yeah, something like that. Okay. The the upside down pose. Listen, we're TOS friendly. TOS. Okay. Good so far. It's not going to look great until it does. We're going to have this long white streak going down the side. Still, it dries and we can sand it down. Our goal here is to make the edges as smooth as possible. Nice bot. Wow. Hey, that's the first that's the first redeem of that one. Thank you. Okay. From the outside, that's what we look like so far. We will sand and paint that once it cures. Hi, Yoichi. Welcome. We're fixing the dress today. We have to fill in the gap that happened on the side here. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. By the way, everybody, Yoichi was the one who was playing with me yesterday on Mario Party, so if you haven't subscribed to her, go do that. She made the artwork for my profile picture, as well as some other artwork that's going to be here on stream shortly. I just haven't gotten around to putting it up yet. Great. One side mostly done. So when this cures, we will sand it and paint it like the rest of the dress, but we'd have to make sure that these little gaps are full first. We can actually use a little bit of water. I just wet the tip of my finger so it can help smooth this out a little bit. Okay. From the outside, that's what we have so far. From the inside, we have it fused from the inside there. We just have to be careful not to get our clay on the rest of the model. Prep for the other part of the dress. It's also on the front portion here. First, I'm going to change the music. I feel like it's too much sad music. There we go. Trying to be a little extra careful with the front portion here because this one already has some paint on it. If I can, I'd rather not repaint it. Yes, yes. One of the better songs for sure. Oh, my camera? Thank you. You can zoom in pretty close. I think I need to... I'm being really careful because I don't want to get these fingers on the... If I touch the model with these fingers, it'll leave the white on there. Oh, don't worry. Oda will get here because after we're done cementing the dress, we have to finish painting the feet in the shoes. That's still going to happen today. This we can actually, man, this is really just such a huge gap right here. The next tutorial, I do have a few ideas. So actually, the next tutorial, just because it's been a while, we can probably do a couple of models. But I was actually thinking of this guy. Might not be able to see him. Whoop. I really like his design. Now you can do a couple of lessons from this. You can do either the fur, you can do the texture of the cloth, you can do the non-metallic metals. There's lots of them on here. Or we can do a popular one right now that's sort of online, and that's the new Custodes, which I did get the new Custodes models because I really like the helmets. And we can do a tutorial on how to paint these guys, or how to paint true metallic metals. Fur would be nice. Okay, let's do the... You know what? I'm gonna take this glove off because I'm too nervous that I'm gonna get or I need a free hand. Hand reveal. Everybody knows what my hands look like. We do. These are Golem's hands. I know, very normal stuff. I think that might actually be the lighting in here. Hang on. Here's another good song. Saving that to the homework file, to the taxes 1996. There we go. We're starting to get somewhere. We're almost done. This was a huge gap. Okay. I think we actually did manage to fill it sufficiently. So from the inside, look at how big that gap is. Huge. Okay, let's not get clay everywhere. So now we've managed to fill this. It has to cure. And then we will sand it and repaint it tomorrow. But in the meantime, we have to finish the shoes. And during that time, we can actually manipulate it a little bit. I made way too much clay. Definitely didn't need that much. But I can flatten it and use it for basing later. This is what I use to make like tiles. I usually use the green milliput, but I do use the so I use something like this that's flat, and I'll flatten it out like this. Usually over some parchment paper. Probably need to roll that out some more, actually. Let's sandwich it in between. That's another way to do this. Still too thick. What's going on, the trickster? Well, thank you for showing up anyway. So you'll sandwich that in between the parchment paper like this. And then you can take something flat. And we're just kind of making circular motions like this. And I don't know if you can see it, it's flattening out the Someone was murdered over Pokemon cards? I did not see that. What do you mean? Like somebody was scalping or something like that, and they shot him or something? Oh. So it's kind of hard to see, but it's pretty thin, and that's thin enough. So we're just going to leave that aside and let that cure overnight. But in the meantime, let me wash my hands off a little bit, and then I'll come back and we'll paint the shoes. Oh, it happened in a different country? Which country? Whoa. I don't know why, but it just feels like you were going to say it was like an American thing. Okay. Let's continue here. In Chile? Wow. I feel like that's too crazy. But Pokemon, yeah, it's pretty wild. Even you know, like, not to the extent of killing somebody, but here I've seen some pretty huge fights break out that turn pretty, like, straight physical altercations. And actually, let's glue the crown on while we're waiting for that to set. Dying over cardboard is never a good idea. Absolutely not. Oh, you know what else we can do? Actually, while that's also drying, we can do... Where is he? There he is. We can start prepping Chain Chomp, which is also part of this ensemble. And he is going to be a non-metallic metal Chain Chomp. So he needs a nice, dark, metallic base coat. He is a black Chain Chomp. And we are using our makeup sponge for this. So we essentially want to give him a focal point. Like, this is where this is where the reflection is gonna be. Because the rest of him is still gonna be black. And he's a sphere. So we'll give him a transition. And the softening will come right in the middle here. There we go. Let's let that dry a little bit. Meantime, we can prep the teeth and we can do the irises. The teeth will probably take several coats. Especially for white going over black. Okay, let's do the irises here, just so that we can have some contrasting colors. Whoa. You had a paranormal activity? I believe you. People talk about that stuff all the time. Did anything happen after that? Or was it just that one incident? It's hang on. A succulent Chinese meat, exactly. Hang on. This is Democracy Manifest. You gotta say the rest of it. Woo. That's pretty intense. Like it's that obvious. This is the Twitch mod manifest. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, while that's drying, let's move to the shoes. Personally, I don't think that I can describe anything that would sound like that, if that makes sense. Like I can't directly attribute it to that. The best I have is that I've had very scary situations that I don't know that I could explain. We're doing these little spikes on the backs of her shoes. We're going to clean up the heels a little bit, the straps. Oh, sure, I am. It's so like it's really actually more of a like, I don't know what that was, but it could have been like a wolf or some sort of predatory animal. So like I've told the story before. But my grandparents used to live in a town called Shingle Springs. It's a very well, not crazy rural, but it's pretty rural for California. It's up in the woods, and we live next to a hill. And I was staying there, and the whole front of this house was almost like a plate glass window, like the living room that I was sleeping in the living room with my brothers at the time, and the whole front of the house is essentially just a big giant plate glass window. And at night, you can see out into the forest, and it's just pitch black. So looking out, we're watching TV. My brothers end up falling asleep. I'm still awake. It's super late. TV's still on, and I just cannot get the feeling of something watching me out of my mind. Like, I was so convinced that there is something in the woods in the dark looking at me as if I'm a prey animal, that I could not get to sleep whatsoever. The only way that I solved it was I took a flashlight and shined it directly out into the forest for what felt like, I don't know, maybe like 40 minutes. And then finally it went away. But it went away is what made me like, what the heck was that? Because I was like, I'm just thinking like, oh, it's just, dark forest. Nothing strange about looking into the dark forest and being like, oh, there's definitely animals out there. But it was a extremely specific, very distinct, there's something out there that wants to get me kind of feeling. And I'm behind this plate glass, so I'm not worried about that happening, but that's the genuine feeling. Right now we're just cleaning up these straps a bit, and then we'll come back and clean up the area around the skin so it's not black anymore. Yeah, you're like, what do you want? Why are you bothering me? Okay. To the other side. I know this is way too much detail for anybody, but I'll know. Wait, why specifically South Carolina though? That seems a little specific, like in terms of this state. Okay. You've done a good job on the... Thanks for the sub! My man. I appreciate it. No more ads for Tism. He said that's enough. I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you very much. I'll do my best for you. Now we gotta fix up this skin a little bit. By peepers, I will. I'm ready. I'm ready for your model request when it gets here. There we go. Need to put the glue on the shell. Hang on. Because it is coming off. Okay, last couple little fixes on the shoes here. Say, how come people don't watch my stream? Well, right now it's very late because I have a lot of East Coast people. So right now it's 11 something for them. Not the feet too bad. We have to do the ankles and the shoes. Stupid bass. What are we not gonna do the whole thing? Tell me how to raid her, because I have no idea how to do raids. Is it like /raid? Is it /raid and then I type in her name or something? Oh, thank you, Jade. Okay. I think we sufficiently got the shoes. Now we'll just make them shiny. But I think they look pretty good. Okay. Let's give them just a little bit of shine. Look. How? They give him the stink lines? Watches? Green. We're giving her shiny platforms. Show I love, but I would not want to live in that world. Probably literally like Dragon Ball. Like the Dragon Ball universe. That's almost like an easy one. Because what world would be objectively the best? It would be like the Pokemon universe, maybe? You'd just be dead, like, constantly in the DBZ universe. There's no safety. Like, I'm even just thinking of, like, the fact that Kid Buu followed them to the afterlife of the DBZ verse and killed them again. Just blowing it. Yeah, exactly. Every fiction is dangerous to live in. Yeah. That's also very true. Okay, how's that for shiny? For this for the chew. Only one more area. I do it for it's like right here. Mm-hmm. For the just about, huh? I like the idea that there's an implication like, well, I mean, after a few tweaks, then no, there isn't one. There is not one. I don't. If there is, I don't have that model. Now I'm thinking about ways that could actually be done. There we go. I think that's pretty sufficiently shined. Okay, we'll do the spike really quick. We'll completely finish at least one shoe. No, the white parts are milliput clay that are filling in a gap. These need to be fixed. So these will cure overnight and be sanded and repainted tomorrow. Because there's huge gaps in the dress right here from the print. So we just needed to fill them with milliput, let it cure, sand it, and then we'll paint it tomorrow. No, but we painted this whole thing. Skin, clothes. It was just a black prime model at the beginning. And it was in pieces. Yeah. Thank you, my guy. I appreciate that. There's lots of tutorials still to come, so I appreciate that, Michael. Thanks for coming to the stream. Yeah, we get some wholesome. Listen, this is a wholesome stream. There is a Discord. If you want to join the Discord, Michael, check the link in my bio. Thank you for always reminding, Tism. All right. But for now, that's going to be it for today. But hang on, don't leave. Don't leave yet. Because I want to do my first I want to attempt to do the first ever raid. Okay, let me see. Let me learn how to do this really quick. Okay. Now I just got to make sure I spell. How do I spell this? No, not yet. No? Oh, I'm not allowed to. Dang. Okay, that's fine. But am I not popular enough? Just to give out government secrets. That's funny. Well, anyway, thanks everybody. Oh, probably. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining my stream. Back at it again tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for first time chatting, Michael and Jade. So we can see where we're at. There are the shoes. Stream 12, we're getting there. Oh, and if you're at all curious, I am wearing my my Bad Painter Club shirt again. Super sick Bad Painter Club shirt, as always. Anyway. Always. Oh, and look, we ended on the Sailor Moon theme. As always, repping the Bad Painter Club for everybody. Good night.